trigger ranking. So basically, coming in this thing, we got some more stuff. Couple more tonight. I'll be on here a lot tomorrow. I know I did one today. I think I figured out what happened when I get on the phone. It chops my video down. So basically, I'm about to listen to Umar say this Night and Day Talk Media. Y'all go shout their channel out. Y'all go check them out. Um, it says breaking news. Umar admits to losing the school and frozen bank accounts. So let's check it out, y'all. See what he's talking about. You probably gonna be big as soon as we get on here. Hit the cash app. By the way, y'all hit my cash app. Shit. I'm from the bed too, man.
Damn Bronx. Africans. Brothers and sisters, this is a special FDMG announcement. Please hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Brothers and sisters, this is a special FDMG announcement. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Make your donations for Black August Leo season. I will see you in Nat Turner Land. August the 21st, next week, Nat Turner Land.
Nat Turner, where is that?
Make sure you go to natturnerlibrary.com and get your tickets. Make sure you go to natturnerlibrary.com and get your tickets. Make sure you go to natturnerlibrary.com and get your tickets. I will see you in Nat Turner Land, August the 21st.
Damn, son.
Open a Chime checking account in 2 minutes and we'll spot you up to $200.
New Orleans, Louisiana, August the 29th, I will see you. Hurricane Katrina 20th anniversary. New Orleans, Louisiana, August the 29th, Hurricane Katrina 20th anniversary. Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Dr. Umar coming to town for the first time, Saturday, August the 30th. Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Dr. Umar coming to town for the first time, Saturday, August the 30th. Hattiesburg, where my Mississippi Africans at? I want to see Jackson. I want to see Biloxi. I want to see Gulfport. I want to see all of my Mississippi Africans in Hattiesburg on Saturday, August the 30th. Mobile, Alabama, where you at? Where my Alabama Africans at? I don't care if you Birmingham. I don't care if you Montgomery. I don't care if you in Selma. I better see you in Mobile, Alabama for the Africa Town.
It's like he trying to set this thing up the way he gonna tell everybody. He going on an award tour just lying.
Community Festival on Sunday, August the 31st. I better see you in Mobile, Alabama for the Africa
Y'all run
Town
the lights
Community
up.
Festival on Sunday, August the 31st. Special announcement. FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen.
Bro, this man is running a con on y'all. I swear this is some con shit, bro.
FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down.
What's up, Ali?
We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down.
Where you tapping in
We
from?
still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are
So I don't know if he's still in Africa. I doubt he's still in Africa, but what if he would have tried to get the check for the school from his account? What if he tried to take that money to Africa? Because, you know, a dollar in I think what Nigeria or something like that is like $5 or $10. So
It's
was he
frozen.
trying to double that money
Not
up in
only are the
Africa?
accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or tap my Venmo. Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus.
So he telling us some stuff that we already knew, bro. Then I had countless videos of basically, what's up? What's up, Jam? Carter Gaines. What's up, Carter Gaines? What's up? So, we already knew about this $72,000 thing or whatever, but bro, you ain't got nobody to like, bro. First off, you got all these degrees, but you ain't got nobody to actually help you with this 72,000. Even if your accounts is frozen, you can't. You ain't got nobody that you know that's an educator or in any type of field that can help you keep the school. Because why would you pay all this money for the school and then you lose the school? You pay 400,000. You're gonna lose it for 72. That makes no sense.
For unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought.
So look, even when you bought your house, you still gotta pay taxes on it every year. So basically, it's saying he didn't have the building was empty. So basically, it's fees, and the fees kept occurring, and now you say you had the school, I guess, 4 years, at least 4 years. So you done had the school for 4 to 6 years. Now it's coming back, and then it's coming to the point where it's like, bro, you done had this school for 4 to 6 years, and ain't nobody been in the school, bro. So every year or every quarter, you got to pay a certain amount. He wasn't even paying the amount. It added up to 7, and then it was like, okay, now we're just gonna put a lien on it and sell it, bro.
The campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified.
Bro, how was he not notified? And we as YouTubers see it on videos, and they're breaking the paperwork down. So I didn't use it.
This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No voice.
They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools.
So not only is your bank account frozen, your phone and laptop don't work either, goddamn. I don't know, like that's what he said, y'all. He said they ain't get they just put a note on the door. Come on now. Come on, bitch.
Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set
Oh my God!
and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door
Somebody
and sent it to the struggle streamers.
hold on. Oh, so that's I say.
And sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers.
Check this out. Now hold on now.
Instead,
So he said he didn't get an email, didn't get a text message, nothing. They didn't give him a smoke signal or anything for this school and the hardships it was going through as far as like the bills it was racking up because it wasn't simply open. He said they put a letter on he put a letter on the door. Now check this out. This way he fucked up at. This way he fucked up at. Cause this where I see through the lie at. He said somebody stole the letter off the door and gave it to the YouTube struggle streamers. Bro, if that don't sound like some bullshit, bro, I mean like my nigga. Like,
Damn!
you tripping, big dog.
put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers.
Look.
Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. I know. Stop the cap. No voice.
Come on now.
But luckily for us, the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters.
Bruh, come on with all
and
that.
please let me know
Back
your
and
opinion.
forth,
I
all this.
believe that they were going to sell the school and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out.
There's no way, bro. There's no way, dog. They wouldn't have been able to sell that school without him knowing, bro. See, stuff like this, bro, like, you gotta listen to people how they talking, bro. Like if you listen long enough, they'll tell you the answer that you're trying to hear, dog, or that you might need to hear.
We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received.
So he just said they left a letter at the front of the school. But then you say they stole the letter and gave it to the people on YouTube. That's how the people on YouTube knew. I don't believe that because I feel like it's a thing called public records. And any building or whatever, you can look up the public records on it. That's how people get houses with liens on them and buy them for little to nothing. And some of the houses are still in good shape and everything. They pay, if somebody don't pay the taxes on their house, and I come and pay the taxes, that means for, you got 12 months to pay me back. If you don't, the house is legally mine.
Email, we received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on.
And to do that, y'all, what I'm talking about, owning a house through the tax lien thing or whatever, what you got to do is you got to go to City Hall. Go check in with your local City Hall. Once you check in with City Hall, just let them know that you're trying to see the ledger of homes that are coming up for their non-payment of their taxes.
The door. in a low-income neighborhood. They put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape.
I mean, this sounds so convenient. Like, it's like, bro, it sounds very convenient, bro. Like, it's like, nigga, like.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No voice.
That shit sound real convenient, bro. I mean, he got impeccable timing for bad for.
It gets worse. Back in April.
What it, I forget the name of the movie. I think not Will Smith. Damn, what his name is? Jim Carrey played in the movie. The terrible series of unfortunate events, and it was called Lemony Snicket, bro. Like, this is the black Lemony Snicket.
When I found out about the overdue,
they always got something going wrong, bro.
Fees, I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver. According to the nonprofit waiver for the city of Wilmington, if you are a nonprofit organization, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If you are a nonprofit organization in the city of Wilmington, they will waive your nonprofit vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If they would have applied our nonprofit vacant property registration waiver, we would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. But I asked them, and they ignored my emails for 4 months. They ignored my phone calls for.
So you could call them then, you could email them then, but they can't email, they never emailed you back. But you sent them an email, but they never sent you an email back.
4 months. They ignored our emails for 4 months.
Now, this is a question. I'm just asking. This, like, I'm playing devil's advocate. Do y'all actually think that they have something against him, or this is a scam? And I know more people are going to lead toward the scam because all of the information that's coming out on this whole situation, we're seeing everything unfold like in real time at this point, bro. So it's like right now we just basically watching the layers peel back off this thing. Like it's getting exposed.
They ignored our phone calls for 4 months, and instead, the first time I hear from them since April, the first time I hear from them since contacting them April, asking them to apply.
With background play on the YouTube Music app, you can play official tracks and live recordings in the background.
To apply our vacant property registration fee waiver to the past 4 years, so we would owe absolutely nothing. They ignored me since April. They ignored me since April. No phone call, no email, nothing in the postal mail since April. And the first thing we find out, the first time we hear from them since April, is a letter on the front door of the school, affixed with a rubber band and masking tape. A rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000 for water that we don't even use. We just paid $30,000 to the city of Wilmington for water that we don't even use. And now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe because we should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. And it gets worse, brothers and sisters. It gets worse because they are raising the vacant property registration fee. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. I'm going to say it again. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. Brothers and sisters.
So basically,
I
he's trying to
want
tell
y'all
you
to
right
get
there that shit might be empty a whole nother year from now, bro. Cause if it's going up, that don't mean that. I don't think like the back, like, so if it was 5,000 for the last 4 years, hypothetically, let's say that's 20 G's. So now you saying they're raising it 12. So are you trying to say that the past years was raised to 12,000, or are you just saying from here on out after this fall is 12,000 a year? So yeah, like, bro, hey, see, that's what I'm saying. You got to break down what he talking about, bro. You got to listen for real, bro, what this man talking about, cause, bro, y'all folk done sent this man 1 point something million dollars, bro. Hey, shit, I wish I would get some money like that. I'm finna help a whole lot of motherfuckers, bro.
FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers and sisters. We may have to march on City Hall because of the racism.
I mean, say he gonna march.
I'm gonna call it what it is: racism, discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going to sell our schools? Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply our vacant property registration fee waiver? I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad. I knew that the power structure, I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community, they love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and FDMG. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware. We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So
you had to
brothers
build
and
for
sisters, this is
6
what we
years,
want.
my nigga. So you at least owe 30 G's in the what he was talking about.
We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall because this is wrong, brothers and sisters. I have emailed the mayor. I have gotten no response.
Keyword, he said, we might. Might. And right now it's two different things.
I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one, we're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware, our donors and supporters across the United States, and our donors and supporters across the entire planet. We may have to march on Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. How dare you ignore us for 4 months and then put a sign on our door without even telling us that you're going to sell our properties? Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive an email? Why didn't we receive a phone call? Oh, we not going to quit. We not going to give in. The only thing left on the elementary school is to lay down a towel. We're going to lay down this towel and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this towel and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this towel and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. And if we have trouble.
So even if they do get the certificate of occupancy, I mean, will they open the school then? Like,
Getting our inspection and certificate of occupancy, we will have to march. We will have to march. We might march anyway, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, brothers and sisters.
This nigga said they gonna march
We're
on
not
City
giving up.
Hall
We need
like
y'all to
that.
call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the city council president of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the commissioner of license and inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the vacant property office of Wilmington, Delaware, and demand that those.
If this nigga really got all this kind of money, bro, like from people over all these donations, bro, I don't see him riding around in no fly ass car. He look like he wear dashikis his whole life. I ain't never seen him with a gold or a rope chain on. This man be having wooden chains and shit. Like, what is he spending the money on? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is he tricking the money off? Like, where? I mean, where's the money going?
Just be removed from our account. Let them know that you are a donor of FDMG. Let them know you are a supporter of FDMG. And let them know that if this situation is not rectified, we will march on the city and we will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware for racism and discriminatory treatment.
This is what I want to know. How many of y'all finna be out there in Delaware marching with them? How many going? Put a thumbs up if you're going to be out there with them.
If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858, text message only. 215-989-9858, text message only. 215-989-9858, text message only. This is your brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde, letting you know that I'm still standing. So
check it out, y'all. Yesterday, my video was cut short, so I'm basically going to go back, and we're fixing to run a little bit of the content from last night back. So,
black people, I'm still riding for black boys, and we will open the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. No racism from the city of Wilmington will stop us. No sabotage from the city of Wilmington will stop us. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor's chief of staff. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the commissioner for license and inspections. Tomorrow morning, call the city council president of Wilmington and ask them, why was Dr. Umar and FDMG ignored for 4 months when he was trying to rectify?
I mean, how do we, well, and see, what happened is he might have done pulled the WAT 100. You might say, okay, call them and find out what happened. And they're going to tell her, hey, he just ain't paid the shit. Then that's when it might become criminal.
This problem. Why was Dr. Umar and FDMG Academy ignored for 4 months while he was trying to rectify this problem? Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no.
Broken.
No problem. We could have got a payment plan. No problem. We could have got a payment plan. No problem. We could have got a payment plan. But instead of responding to me the first week of April, instead of responding to me the first week of April, instead of responding to me the first week of April, they ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend. They ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend saying we're going to sell these schools.
Feed the whole crew with 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for just $6.99 each from Domino's.
Now they're going to sell
if you don't pay our money. We're not going to email you. We're not going to send you a letter in the mail. We're not going to call you. We're going to put a letter on your door that somebody can take and run off with, as somebody did. They took the letter off the high school and sent it to YouTube, the struggle streamers. What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? Brothers and sisters,
I tell you, he gonna start asking for money right now.
Elementary school. What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? Brothers and sisters, we need your donations so we can
Need
pay
your
this.
donations.
They say we owe
Always come back to
20,000 on the
donations.
elementary school. They say we owe 20,000.
Always come back to
They
donations.
say we owe approximately 20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe approximately 20,000 on the high school. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are
How many
frozen.
times you gonna
Gonna
say
help
this
us pay
shit,
bill.
bro?
We're gonna fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. We're gonna fight like hell to get our accounts freed
So
up.
look.
If we don't, y'all gotta help us pay this bill and save
So
our
look, y'all, we're gonna run
Y'all
this.
gotta help us pay this.
So we're gonna run this back from last night. Why this nigga was online roasting this woman? He could have been at the school getting the letter off the door, bro.
bill and save our school. Y'all gotta help us pay this bill.
They gotta help him pay his bill. Well, you got me fucked up. All right, so we going to the one. I did this one last night, but he was doing this shit when he should have been trying
Brothers
to
and sisters,
do the shit with the school.
this woman told Pastor Bussy, the Rainbow Bunny, the YouTubian struggle streamer, she told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. When
This
that woman,
motherfucker help, bro.
after gummy bearing my Shango stick, that woman took off her underwear, and I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. When she took her underwear off, brothers and sisters, she smelled like something crawled up inside of her and died. She smelled like an old fish tank. You ever smell a fish tank that somebody ain't cleaned in like 2 years? They got goldfish in there, they got all kind of fish, and it ain't been cleaned in years. That's what she smelled like when she took off those funky ass drawers. Her drawers were so old and so funky that I thought it was a wife beater. That's how stretched out her.
Bro said he thought her drawers was Bro said he thought her drawers was a wife beater. God damn, not a wife beater, bro. They said her drawers were so, she had a golden crust in it, my nigga. They said her drawers were so crusty, they was standing up in the corner looking at her, nigga, bro. Like,
Drawers was. Her drawers were so old and so funky, I thought her underwear was a slingshot. Her drawers were so funky and so stank, brothers and sisters, that I thought it was a wife beater, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect. So when she said, it's my turn, after she got finished swallowing the Shango, she said, it's my turn. After she got finished swallowing the Prince of Pan-Africanism, she said, it's my turn. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, I gotta get out of this.
how do you get out of that, bro?
Because it ain't no way under God's heaven that King Kong consciousness face, nose, tongue, lips, ears, or hairline is going anywhere near that coon cat. Brothers and sisters, listen. Brothers and sisters, listen. She told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. I'm willing to take a lie detector test. I am willing to take a lie detector test, brothers and sisters. That woman smelled like a dead cow mixed with sour milk and menstruated underwear that was found in a funky alleyway. I lie to you not. She is so acidic. Her yoni verse is so acidic.
All this shit he talking, bro, he could be trying to save the fucking school, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro, people gotta get their priorities and shit together, bro. Like,
She needs a baptism. She needs a deep cleanse. She needs an exorcism. I think she got demons living in that bat cave. I think she got demons living in that bat cave, brothers and sisters. And she thought that the world's most requested scholar was going to go down on her. Oh no.
They said the world's most
My women got to be
scholar.
fresh and clean.
The world's most requested scholar.
My women gotta smell like fresh peaches, fresh daffodils. My women gotta smell like fresh roses. If you want these lips to ever touch your peach tongue, if you want this tongue to ever massage your honeycomb hideout, you got to be clean. You got to be clean, and she need a deep cleanse. In fact, I'm going to treat her because I have her address. I know where she sleeps. I have Pastor Bussy's address. I know where he sleeps. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa because whatever she got in her, I don't know how many men she done been with. I don't know. But I've never smelled a woman smell like that. But let me get back on topic. Let me get on topic with this funky coochie cat Kansas City throat goat. Let me get back on topic trying to destroy me. You picked the wrong one. You want war? I'm ready for war. Ogun is ready.
Ogun.
Ogun is ready.
Ogun, look at that.
So she
Look at
told
that.
Pastor Bussy,
Ogun face ass.
I went down on her. I pledge allegiance to the African flag. That is a lie. She told Pastor Bussy, I hit a raw. I pledge allegiance to the African flag. That is a lie. She told Pastor Bussy, I get high in order to get intimate. She told Pastor Bussy, the Rainbow Gang and YouTubian struggle streamer, that Dr. Umar has to get high before I get busy. I don't do drugs. I don't do dope. I don't get high. But she told him that. A lie. She lied on me like a dog, brothers and sisters. That Kansas City throat goat built like a sack of old laundry. Built like a sack of old Let me stay within character.
This shit crazy, bro.
Let me stay within character. Only worthy. You are only worthy of shining the Shango, you dusty hoe. You are only worthy of shining the Shango. How we doing there, family? So anyway, brothers and sisters, she told him that I get high. She told him I went down. She told him I went raw. That's me, my brother, Dr. Umar.
That's an you let that nigga be on the
That's me,
internet.
my brother. That is me, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in Delaware, brother. This is the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy you're looking at. Yes, sir.
They
That
finna
is me in
sell
the
that
flesh.
motherfucker. They finna sell
That
that
is me in the
motherfucker.
flesh, Elder. I'm battling demons right now, but we're going to win.
You battling demons, man.
Flesh, Elder. That is me in the flesh, Elder. I'm battling demons right now, but we're going to win. No problem, no problem.
Wow. I'm just on my way to help my mom.
That man think he's seeing
Oh, man, that's
goddamn.
beautiful, brother. I take care of
He
my
thought
mother.
he seen Jay-Z or somebody.
That's beautiful,
That
brother.
motherfucker.
83.
Oh, man, bless her. 83. 93. Bless Queen Mother, man. I pray to God my Queen Mother gets
Man,
to
I got all
93.
this stuff too, man.
Go ahead and snap that circle, Elder. There you go.
Wow,
One
thank
love,
you,
man.
man.
Thank you, man. And bless your
Okay.
mom, man. Bless
Yeah.
your mom. I'm going to keep you in my prayers for your mom, and you keep me in your prayers for my mom. Thank you, brother.
Really, really intelligent, man. That's so
Appreciate it.
Really, really intelligent.
When we get to school, okay, we're going to be having all kinds of community programs here.
Bruh, so you really, really intelligent, my nigga.
Stop the cap. No boys.
I take right next to a
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, when he was
Yes, sir. They good people at the Boys and Girls.
School, but he been having so many problems, and I took him on the side there for his mental health and stuff. He ended up getting in trouble, ended up getting 30 years, shooting 2 people.
I'm sorry to hear
Wrong
that.
people.
I'm sorry to hear
That's taking
that.
them-
I pray he get himself together when he get inside. I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Man, I'm sorry.
I'm always here, brother. You can pull up anytime. I'm always here. We had the school for 6.5 years, Elder.
Wow.
6.5 years. Yes, sir. I'm from Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, born and raised, but this is gonna be my new home, Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, man, I'm just coming here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once we open, brother,
West
it's gonna be the
Philadelphia,
this gonna
born
be
and
the-
raised.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take care, man. Yes, sir. That's me, brother. That's me.
Bro thought you met a celebrity or something. Bro was excited.
So, brothers and sisters, she stated 4 blatant lies. Well, 10. She said I loved her. I wanted to marry her. I wanted her to have my baby. 44 years old. 3 fellatio sessions, and I wanted to marry her. I wanted her to have my child. I was in love with her. She said I masturbated, brothers and sisters.
Bro, he doing all this online, bro. Why he could be trying to say to school, bro? Oh, this what 13 for? So for 13 minutes, the 13 minutes you can't get back. So you spent 13 minutes out your day talking about another female, bro.
I want to be foul, but I gotta. She said I masturbated in order to have sex. She said he gotta masturbate. Talk to any woman who's ever dated me in my life. Talk to any woman who has ever dated me in my life. Does Dr. Umar masturbate? Has he ever masturbated in front of you?
Lie.
Guess what, y'all? I've never masturbated in my life. God is my witness.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap, my nigga. Stop the cap, bro.
I've never masturbated in my life. I had a wet dream in 11th grade or 12th grade. One wet dream.
Bro, this man do not sound intelligent at all, bro. This shit sound crazy, bro. Like, bro, this the shit he talking about on camera, bro. Like, bro, I don't nobody want to know nothing about that, but you lying, bro. You lying, big dog.
I can't remember if that was 11th grade or 12th grade at the Scotland School for Veterans Children in Chambersburg. At the Scotland School for Veterans Children in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. I had a wet dream. I was still a virgin. I had a wet dream
Bro, don't nobody
in
want
either
to
11th grade or 12th grade.
All right, bro.
That was it. I never masturbated. I never had a need to. I'm not into that.
He a
She said
player
I'm
like
nasty.
that. He a player.
I only saw it 3 times. So in 3 sessions,
He ain't never had.
3 hours apiece. You spent what, 9 hours with me, 12 hours in your life alone? I masturbated, I got high, I went down on your funky cootie cat, smelling like sardines and sardines and spoiled milk. Your yummy burst smelled like sardines and spoiled milk, and you saying I went down. I got high,
Damn, son.
I masturbated, I went down, what else? I got high, I masturbated.
He got to get the line.
I went down.
He got to get the line.
I didn't use a condom.
Oh.
And check this one out. Guess what else she said? I asked her to put her fingers, brothers and sisters. She said I asked her to put her fingers in my rectum. Sisters, go to high school, go to college. Go to the school district of Philadelphia. Go throughout the world. Is there any sister I've ever dated who can tell you I asked them to put their fingers in my rectum? You were the throat goat. That's it. You were the throat goat. Why are you making up these lies? I'm willing to take a lie detector test with her. I'm willing to go to Kansas City, Kansas, and take a lie detector test.
Damn, son.
I'm willing to go to Kansas City, Missouri, and take a lie detector test. And I want the lie detector technician to ask questions. You don't talk about nobody's mother, so I got 2 lawsuits that I got to pay for. I got 2 lawsuits I'm about to pay for. Let me go to Baby Smurf for a minute.
Baby Smurf.
I love my child, let me say that. I love my child, let me say that.
Baby Smurf.
I love my child. Let me say that. I pray to God she's safe. I pray to God she's healthy. Baby Smurf has my number. She is not blocked. She can text me anytime. She can call me anytime. She has a mother with a house. I have a cousin of mine who invited her to come and stay with her. Baby Smurf don't want a place to stay.
Bro, why you can't?
Baby Smurf.
Bro, why you can't? Why you can't give your child a place to stay, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you worked in the school system, you should have resources to help your daughter. Even if you didn't want to give her money, you could still send her in the right direction for her to get housing at least. But he trying to say she want to be homeless.
Earth has places to stay.
Don't
And
nobody
I
wanna
pray
be
my daughter
homeless.
as well. I pray she's well. But I need y'all to understand something. If she want her father's help, she can have her father's help. If she want her mother's help, I think she can have her mother's help.
So why is she on the internet crying foul then, bro? Like, help me make this shit make sense, Umar. Like, bro, everything you saying is something that's contrarily against every statement that you make, bro. It's almost like how they shut Charlemagne head down. They were like, bro, the man's scamming, bro. He's scamming.
I've had relatives reach out to her. She don't want to be helped. She loves the attention that she gets on the struggle streams. She's called me out my name. She's disrespected me, but she's still my child. She's not honest about a lot of things. She knows why I wasn't there. She knows her mother kept me out of her life, so she's very dishonest.
Shop now at 90dayherbals.com and enjoy 35.
Hey, y'all shop with them too, man. They got some good products. This one of their new ones, just an hour ago. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about with Charlemagne. Hold on.
Oh my, yeah.
So what's going on? The thing with Charlemagne, they said Charlemagne was saying he didn't think that Dr. Umar was scamming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with another one. All right, so we have Charlemagne explains why he believes Dr. Umar is genuinely going through banking issues. He says Dr. Umar has never asked anybody for a personal dollar. So this is Charlemagne and Evie Schultz reacting to Dr. Umar saying his bank accounts got frozen. So let's go ahead and get into this. Make sure y'all click that like button, subscribe if you haven't. All right.
So a lot of our bills at SBG, the bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved.
Y'all check out
that video right there.
Y'all check out Night and Day Talk Media. This is another one of their videos. The last 3 videos we played was them.
Should prove to people that Dr. Umar is exactly who he's always claimed to be. Because Dr. Umar has never asked anybody for a personal dollar. People always think that when he's asking for donations, he's doing it for selfish reasons, but the school is in Delaware. Like, we can't sit here and act like that school is not in Delaware. We can't sit here and act like, he hasn't shown us all the renovations he's done on the school. I think,
So what's that have to do with his personal finances?
He said they froze his account.
What's that got to do with the school?
He says that he's paying all those bills through his personal account.
Well, that's not how you run a school.
Oh, Chris, you're asking too many.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Dr. Umar just hasn't been up on his business the way he should have been all of these years.
I think that could be
I just don't think Dr. Umar would get out there and personally ask for money if he was using that money for personal reasons. If he was using the money he was getting for schools for personal reasons, even if his account was frozen, he would get online and expose himself like this and ask for actual money and tell everybody, hey, my accounts are frozen.
I believe not the cap. No boys.
Dr. Umar would not get online and tell people, I don't have any money personally coming in right now. My account is
Because if
frozen.
he was money in them, he would just say, give me more donations.
Yes.
But this one, he's not saying give donations to the school. He's saying give us personal donations. What Chris brings up, which I think is.
So a lot of our bills at
Yeah, but you gotta understand something. Umar hasn't been transparent with the folks neither because he knew he had those bills that he was from debt with the school, with those bills, and he hadn't even broke that news to his, to his supporters and his followers. So his bank account's being frozen, and him asking for money just means that, he is in need of money. He's been living off those donations. You know what I'm saying? He's been living off the donations, man. It's obvious. And for the simple fact, it's proven because he hasn't paid the bill. He's $40,000 in debt over there, in bills with the school. You know what I'm saying? So what the hell is Charlamagne talking about? What is he talking about? Yeah, he doesn't ask for money for personal because he's living off the money that people donate. All right, so times get hard and Umar is not going to dip into that bread. Yeah, okay.
So basically, what Night Day Media said is true. Like, if times are getting hard, why would he dip into the money? So basically, it's like he might have dipped so much in the money that he spent all of the fucking money, bro. All of the fucking money.
You know what I'm saying? And he's just not transparent enough with his followers. That's just what it is. So for them to say that they believe Umar, okay, but still can't, dismiss the fact that his accounts was frozen for a reason, which means he's being investigated. Even Umar don't even know why. He's saying he don't know why his accounts was frozen. He said it could have been the FBI, could have been Funky Medea, or whoever the hell he was talking about, or Funky Deep. I don't know who the hell he was talking about. But he claiming he don't even know why his accounts was frozen. We could kind of speculate why his accounts was frozen because it's under investigation. The IRS or whoever, they want to know where them funds is going because that school is still sitting there. And they're thinking like, all right, this school been sitting here for 10 years, 10 plus years under the FDMG, incorporated. I don't know if he's incorporated or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? He constantly asks for donations. Constantly. And he's making little moves here and there with the school, but I wanted to get into this video right here real quick. Let me share this real quick. Because there's some brothers out here that's doing further investigations on why that school is not open there. All right, so this video, it says Brother Malik lays it out. All right, so Lene Bonnie _Bonnie posted this. She said this is his former girlfriend, well, whatever, I don't know, like ex-girlfriend or whatever you want to call it. Those buildings weren't fit for children, let alone units. They need to be torn down. I'm sure my nosebleeds is his mother. I'm sure that the nosebleeds and his mother's health from bringing items from the building have suffered. He doesn't even film from the inside. She says Umar told a city councilwoman that the investors were coming to look at the buildings. Those were selected donors to show off the building, and he used it as part of a con. All right, so this brother here, Malik Muhammad, basically said Umar, the buildings that Umar purchased is sitting on like some contaminated soil. So that school, even though he's doing all the renovations, it's not even fit to, be occupied because it's sitting on top of contaminated soil. So let's go ahead and get into this video real quick.
Sent a cease and desist order, not a letter, a cease and desist order, ordering Umar to not collect a wood nickel from the day of that letter. I believe it was March or April 2022, anywhere within the 50 states of the United States until he handled the paperwork and the tax issue from the first nonprofit that he had that was revoked. Let me make that clear. We don't even have to talk about Wilmington, Delaware. It's irrelevant, brothers and sisters, with all due respect. Why?
So what he's saying is he already had a nonprofit and it was revoked. And I was telling y'all yesterday, when you got a nonprofit, like say you get $100,000 donation, I think it's like stipulation. You gotta like it's a certain amount that you can keep for yourself, but then like the majority, like out of 100, you probably gotta use 70 to do your mission, but 30 you can keep it as what I'm saying, basically sufficing yourself to keep doing the business. But the 70 is to get the products, help the people, get the training, or do whatever you're supposed to be doing.
It's irrelevant because the property sits on contaminated soil. Everybody in the United States that knows anything about property, everybody in the immediate area knows this. It's not a secret. It can be pulled up on. Again, before I get to Philadelphia and write this out.
When you get in your car, you just need to put your location in the trip planner. It recommends where you need to stop.
Again, before I get to Philadelphia and wrap this up. Well, why did he buy it? They would have sold it to you or I, hoping and thinking that we had the multi-millions of dollars to do exactly what needed to be done to the property, starting with the busting up of the concrete, busting up of the asphalt to remove the contamination. Contamination underground, brothers and sisters, is just like mildew that you see outside the walls. You see the black one in the construction arena, we call it spider lines, okay? You cannot remove mold, brothers and sisters. I don't care if you put 50 coats of paint. Mold on walls is just like contamination under the ground. You have to strip the building all the way down, which means, brothers and sisters, literally busting up that concrete, which we call it stucco, bringing the building down to a skeleton, just like it would look when it was first built, and totally restuccoing the whole building. That is the absolute positive only way you can get rid of mold. Even mold inside your home. You have to rip out the walls and replace the walls to relieve mold. You cannot paint over mold. So again, the reason why I'm saying the property is irrelevant, the doors, the painting, the paint parties, it's all a waste of time. It's all what we call an illusion of progress. Make the people look like I'm doing something. Make the people look like we're getting this done. It was sent a cease and desist.
So he basically said that everybody in the area knows that that school is sitting on contaminated soil and they when they painting over mold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy because the walls will have to be because the mold's coming from underneath the surface. So you will have to actually go in and tear it up to actually relieve the mold that's underneath the surface.
Let's see about this one.
You see, this is the crazy thing, the thing that is bonkers out of all of this.
Same
These
channel,
women
Night
have
and Day
never been
Talk
in that
Media.
house.
Check them out.
That is some blind faith for your ass. It is bad in there. This is what they should do. They should all rally up. All of them. Go to the house. I dropped the address. Go to the house. Go up in there. See how this man is living. And then go on Instagram Live and be like, I pledge my allegiance to Umar Johnson. I hate some of y'all. I get a text, and guess what? The text is, look down there. So, this is what somebody has sent him, Dr. Umar Johnson, about me. Do y'all know I don't give a shit about what these girls say? Why do they think I care? Why is this a focal point? I'll tell you, some people are just silly. So, let's talk about it. Okay. Why is it that people are focused on what I'm doing? Not talking about him, I'm talking about the girls.
But see, that's the way he like the earlier video we heard where he was talking about this the same lady he was talking about. Um, he used that to kind of throw us off or throw people off the whole center of the school thing, but the school thing kind of got is getting so big that where it's like overriding you talking about some chick you used to mess with, bro. So it's like, nigga, stop talking about the chick and get on the school shit.
And see, this is the crazy thing, the thing that is bonkers out of all of this. These women have never been in that house. That is some blind faith for your ass. It is bad in there. This is what they should do. They should all round up. All of them. Go to the house. I dropped the address. Go to the house. Go up in there. See how this man is living. And then go on Instagram Live and be like, I pledge my allegiance to Umar Johnson. I want to see this. I do. Why don't the queens, nobody know who these queens are? How come he don't post y'all up on Instagram and be like, thanks, babe? Some of these women have been in for some years. For some years they've been rocking with this dude. No public recognition at all. None. If they're baddies, and it's not the fact of clout. That's not what I'm going with this. Because I know some of y'all slow. Let me bring you full circle. It has nothing to do with being publicly recognized. But that's not a bad thing because he puts other girls up there publicly recognized. But these women have put in work, have they not? They spent money, have they not? They invested in you. Why would you not say you're gonna congratulate somebody, from graduating or anything else? Why is it a problem to put a woman up there, thanks baby for being there 4, 5, 10, 14, 20 years? That's weird to me. And then, take it one step further, why don't they know each other? You looking for multiple wives, 2 wives? Why can't they meet each other? Why can't you just pick out of the ones you already sleeping with? Aha! Because it's not about being married. It's not about having 2 wives. The very thing it's about is just getting more women. And maybe getting them a threesome. Because that's what he really wants.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and video downloads. So,
and maybe getting him a threesome. Because that's what he really wants. That's what he really wants. Truth be told, but he ain't told y'all that. I'll post it up. I'll post the receipts. But this is my thing. If you've never been in that house, you can't talk to me. Yes, I moved on. I did better. You know what got me there? It wasn't the looks. It was the fact that I could do something that was so kind for a man. That type of heart, that's what attracts good things to you. It's not sitting up.
He's saying this lady, he only met this lady 3 times. This lady sounds like she actually know this guy.
Talking about another female. That's never a win. Ever. But you gotta be in it to win. You gotta be that type of person. I didn't do that for his mother to gain him.
See?
He needed help.
She said she took it.
And I thought that was what was stopping him from motivating forward. For him being the very best that he could be, I was trying to be an unconditional friend. But that was the wrong person to do that with. And once I seen that he wasn't trying to change and he was still treating me as an op, I came out of his space. I came up out of that space. There's no way that you're gonna talk crazy to me and I'm sitting up here wiping your mother's ass. You got me fucked up.
Damn.
Maybe you hoes, but not me. Never me. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. Yes.
So she said this nigga turned her into an op and she watching his mama ass. Wow.
You getting paid, but that's not my skill set. I make way more money at my job. That was just either stupid and inconsiderate to even say. For the $1,200 that you gave me, you really really thought. And plus dealing with that mess and dealing with your ass, no. No, you owe me money. You owe me money. It's $33 an hour. And that was around the clock care.
Damn.
Yeah. You owe me money.
Wow.
But this is my whole thing. I didn't even do it for the pay. Because I sent him a text. I said, you know what? I'll help you out. You ain't got to pay me. Because you're not paying me close to what I make anyway. For the time I'm off of my job. I had the time. I'm using my vacation. I'm still getting paid. But that's beyond the point. Stick with me. That had a mutual benefit to it. But
like I said, she kind of like more. She on the heavier side. Like I say chubby. We ain't gonna say fat. We'll say she pleasantly plump looking. But this lady, like how he was talking about the woman smelling like this woman look pretty clean. I mean, you can't look at somebody and tell if they're clean or not. But I'm just saying this lady don't look like. She look like she well manicured, bro.
My thing is, you're not capable of, you're not somebody that you give good help to. So knowing that it would be pointless for me to stay in this space. I can go do this in another man's space and be rewarded and treated well and whatever else that comes. It's not about the man, it's the integrity. That's what y'all bitches is missing. You're never getting it because you don't go that far. If you did, you wouldn't be with him. That's a losing team. The only thing that you're gaining out of that is Shango. That's it. That's it. Yeah. I moved on and I moved better. I say that to say it like it's a flex. I was saying I have that ability. If me and this man split, there will not be any drama. Because I chose better. I did better. Me and him should have been able to just split, stop fucking around, and it just be good. But he couldn't do that. I gave him so many times, and I don't even want to keep going into this. He took it to this level. He spread me a year before then I even came out. I dare you to do what you did to me to another female she rocking with you. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not worried about the stupid shit about what I look like and all this other dumb shit. Y'all gonna have to get on something of substance. His mother is he needs to be made to make things right. That's all we're focused on in this. It's so many things that I can mollywop people over the head and shut them up, but that's not the focus. It's not the focus. And I think I went too far with the receipts because I have y'all thinking that I care what you believe or not. I'm telling you what it is so that you can say, she said it. She said it. Now, I can't tell you everything because this is only, the online is a small part of it. But I told you enough. The good reasoning should kick in. Jesus.
Y'all go check out their products at nightandDayHerbals.com. NightandDayHerbals.com. Y'all go check out some of their products. Right now we're going to Panda Press. More Umar Johnson.
I just got
7 hours
obsessed with
ago.
making a product that actually tastes like the fruit on the can. Real fruit sourced from real farmers and squeezed by juicing facilities. It's just the right way to do it. Spin drip.
Bruh, every time you think Dr. Umar can't top the last headline, he pops back up like hold my incense. We were already talking about the 72K bill, his ego running wild, that shady old footage, and now his bank account's frozen. He's out here giving speeches about it, and somehow in the middle of all that, he's talking about buying another school for $500,000 cash.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
Meanwhile, at the first school, still looking like an abandoned set to lean on me. And the craziest part, folks in that crowd were nodding like it made perfect sense.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So here's where it gets spicy. Umar's in Newark on stage, giving the people an update. And instead of clearing things up, he low-key confirms what everybody's been whispering. Says both his personal and school accounts are frozen.
You're wrong. You're poor.
Nah, oh, there's a glitch. Nah, the bank made a mistake. Nah, both accounts locked up. And remember, this is the same money he's been raising for over a decade to open that school. But here's the wild part, the timing. Right when he tells the crowd, I can't access a dime, the city had already hit him with a notice. Pay $72,000 in unpaid taxes, utilities, and fees, or they're taking their property. 20 days to cough it up or say goodbye. And bruh, people from the streets hear that and instantly recognize the play. That's the classic, yo, the system froze my money right when they were trying to take my stuff storyline. It sets him up to say, see, they didn't want a school for black boys. The white man blocked me. It's like he's already rehearsing the excuse before the repo truck even pulls up. And right on cue, in Newark, he breaks out the big bad boogeyman, the FBI.
Damn,
Says they're the
son.
reason his accounts got frozen. Bruh even hit the crowd with the triple repeat. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters.
Damn, son.
I swear he does it like it's hypnosis. Say it 3 times and it's locked in your head. Then he tells his whole story about how he's been with that bank since he was 14. No problems ever, and boom, they froze everything for no reason.
Trayvon, just go to the office.
What did I do?
Just go to the office.
What did I do?
Says he only found out yesterday, but was too busy to call them. So he'll check out Monday, and if they don't give him an answer, his lawyer's gonna go after them. Oh, and his logic, if they shut it down, just give him a check so he can open a new account, because he's got bills to pay. Sounds simple, except he's also hinting, maybe it was the FBI, maybe it was funky media, maybe it was haters, basically anyone but himself.
It wasn't the FBI.
And the whole time I'm thinking, nah, bruh, this ain't adding up.
I could write a whole chapter on vandalism.
And haters.
Right?
That's right. Stop the cap. No boys.
Account froze. I gotta find out what's going on. When they froze the school's account, they ain't telling me nothing. They said I found out yesterday, but I was too busy to call them yesterday, so I gotta call them Monday. Because if you close the account, give me the damn check, so I can open up a new account, because we got bills to pay. I don't know if it's the FBI, I don't know if it's Funky Medea, I don't know who did it. But anyway, stay focused. We must stay focused. Either way, they gotta give us our money back. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they, the thing is, I've been with that same bank since I was 14 years old. It's the only bank I've been with them since I got my working papers. And just like that, without a reason, they froze. So my lawyer said, if you don't get an answer Monday, we got to go after them because you should have got a check within 4 days of them shutting the account down. Still ain't got no money. And my money is in my account, school money in the school account. See that? So we find out Monday. Y'all can listen to YouTube if y'all want. Anyway, I didn't know more about me to me. Anyway.
Before we talk about the wildest part, let me remind you, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, y'all check
now,
out Panda
here's where you really lost.
No, Panda
This
Press.
man just told a whole room he's broke. Bank accounts frozen, can't touch a dime. And seconds later, he's talking about buying another school in Newark. Says he's got a $500K budget in cash.
Cap.
And remember, the first school, the one he's been building for 10 years, still not open. Still got the $72K debt hanging on cloud. And he's up here pitching expansion. Bro, that's like telling your landlord you can't pay rent.
They said earning any degree would keep me in demand, but some degrees are more valuable than others. A cybersecurity.
Can't pay rent, then hitting Zillow for a vacation home in Miami. What kills me is the crowd wasn't even like, wait, what? Nah, they're just sitting there nodding like he dropping the blueprint of Wakanda. So then he hits him with a little backstory. Says, way back in 2015, 2016, 2017, he almost had a school in Newark. Was going to rent it from a Jewish landlord, but the guy looked him up and said, no, we're not renting to you. And from there, Umar starts laying out this vision for his dream second school. Says he doesn't want no castle, that's a money drain. Doesn't want some massive East Side High looking building either. Nah, he wants something with 25 rooms or less. Even says, if you find one with 12 classrooms, I'll take it. Not just looking for buildings, he's out here trying to recruit tile workers in the middle of this speech. Talking about how once the first school's floors get tiled, they'll apply for the certificate of occupancy and be done.
Yeah.
Bruh even said, ladies, if you lay tile, we can have a nice little tile party.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, this man is mixing Home Depot.
Bruh, this is hilarious, man.
You both talk with Pan-African liberation in the same sense.
Now, I want to close with this. When I was school hunting in 2017, 2016, 2015, I looked at a school in Newark, New Jersey. It was being rented by a European Jew. Our school
Was it owned by a European Jew or rented by a European Jew? So they rent
And then
it.
a European Jew, no disrespect to the Jewish people. Then he looked me up and found out who I was and said, we cannot rent to you. I'm saying what I have to say. Then when we open up the Marcus Garvey Elementary School of the FDMG Academy, as soon as it's ready, we will start looking for the next school location. Are y'all following me? So for those of y'all who do real estate in New Jersey,
Some lady in the background do something. Woo, 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 woo. I don't know what's going on, bro. This shit right here is ridiculous, bro. This right here is, man, bro. You can't even write, bro. Tyler Perry couldn't write this shit.
Camden, Jersey City, my realtors in particular, I need you to find me a nice little school. I don't need no castle. That's a money drain. We don't want no damn castle. I don't want East Side High Passing. No! Get me a school that got about 25, no more than 25 rooms. 25 rooms. I don't need 50. 25 or less. If you find a school, Dr. Umar, they got 12 classrooms. Give me. Dr. Umar, we found a little school in Newark. They got 15 classrooms. Give me. But if we can find us a nice little school, then they're not charging but a $500,000, $250,000, something around there, we can work with it. Y'all feel me? Because once we open up the first school, the rest of them will start popping like popcorn. Do y'all feel me? They say the first one, the hardest one. And the only thing we got left to do in the first one is what? The tile man. And by the way, if there's anybody here who does tile or sells the tile, listen to me, Newark. It's the only thing we got left to do in the school. Put the tile on the concrete. So if there's any brothers and sisters here who lay it or know that we can buy it for a reasonable price, let me know. You got my number. We ready to move now. If you call me today, Dr. Umar, I got a tile supplier and I lay tile. What you gonna charge me to cover up these 12 floors? Let's go. Once the tile done, we applying for certificate of occupancy. We done, y'all. Tile and done. So find me somebody who do tile. And ladies, if you lay tile, we can have a nice little tile party. At ease. So I want to close with a story.
The man's first school is literally at risk of getting snatched by the city any day now. He owes $72,000 in back taxes, utilities, and fees. That's public record. Instead of focusing on saving it, he's ignored selling folks on his $500,000 in second school fantasy. Like, bruh, you're talking about paying $500,000 in cash for a new building Why you can't even scrape together 72 racks to keep the first one?
Y'all know what's going on, and so do I.
That's not vision, that's financial gymnastics. You can't tell me I don't do loans, I don't do mortgages, and in the same breath admit your MEMP's behind on basic bills. That's the kind of math that only works if your calculator runs on vibes. And then, here comes the pivot. For the first time ever, according to him, Umar's asking for personal money. Says his personal account's frozen, school account's frozen, and now he's got to cover bills for both. Drops the Apple Pay number, drops the PayPal links, multiple times. Real specific. Says he's always running school bills through his personal account, which already sounds like a tax nightmare, because that's locked.
Paramount Plus is available on YouTube. Enjoy the Dexter.
Because that's locked. We're gonna lapse on utilities, internet, a lot of bills at FDMG.
Dr. Umar needs money. Dr. Umar has never asked for $1 in his life until now. What is this situation? I keep hearing people talk about it. What happened?
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars, so I can take care of until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UMARTHEPSYCHOLOGIST, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons, I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not even in a timeline as to when the situation is going to be resolved.
Let me tell you something. That video right there should prove to people that Dr. Umar is exactly who he's always claimed to be.
Stop the cap.
Because Dr. Umar has never asked anybody for a personal dollar. People always think that when he's asking for donations, he's doing it for selfish reasons, but the school is in Delaware. Like, we can't sit here and act like that school is not in Delaware. We can't sit here and act like, he hasn't shown us all the renovations he's done on the school. I think,
So what's that have to do with his personal finances?
He said they froze his account.
What's that got to do with the school?
He says that he's paying all those bills through his personal account.
Well, that's not how you run a school.
Oh, Chris, you're asking too many, your dad rolls kicking in. You're asking the real questions.
So maybe
I believe him.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Dr. Umar just hasn't been up on his business the way he should have been all of these years.
I think that could be
I just don't think Dr. Umar would get out there and personally ask for money if he was using that money for personal reasons. If he was using the money he was getting for schools for personal reasons, even if his account was frozen, he wouldn't get online and expose himself like this and ask for actual money and tell everybody, hey, my accounts are frozen.
I believe him, man. I believe him.
Of course, the loyal followers are eating it up. He's never asked us for $1 before. He must be really in trouble. But the real ones are like,
hold up, wait a minute.
Those $72,000 in taxes and utilities were due months ago. He must be really in trouble. But the real ones are like,
hold up, wait a minute.
Those $72,000 in taxes and utilities were due months ago. The freeze happened 2 weeks ago. So what's the excuse for not paying back then? This isn't about the freeze. This is about bad money management. But instead of owning that, he's playing it off like it's just an FBI plot to block the liberation of black boys. And see, this ain't even the first time the math been funky. Remember that date with the doctor fundraiser? Yeah, $100 a ticket. One lucky sister gets to pick any event in America. Umar picks her up, covers flights, hotel, dinner, all above board, no funny business. Sound like a wild flex, right? Then later he switches it up. Now it's not a date, it's a reality show. Says it's gonna be a classy conversation platform where black women can expose their brand and influence the culture.
This is a question, brothers, you can weigh in. I'm only staying on till 3 o'clock. We got 10 minutes, it's 2:50. I got a question for the queens, brothers, you can weigh in. I'm thinking about, I was asked to go forward with the date with the doctor fundraiser for FDMG. What do you all think about a date with the doctor fundraiser for FDMG?
Bro, you can't make
y'all
this
think
shit up,
about
bro.
a date with the doctor FDMG fundraiser? $100. The sisters will pay a $100 raffle. Sisters will pay $100. And if they win the raffle, they get to pick a social event anywhere in the country. It could be a concert, it could be a sporting event, it could be a festival. We're gonna pick her up. I'm gonna pick her up. We're gonna pay for the hotel, pay for the flight. I'm gonna pick her up, take her to the event. We're gonna go to dinner. And we're gonna drop her back off at the hotel or the Airbnb. I am forbidden to go inside. And she is forbidden to come with me. This is
So you know, if this bitch was a bad motherfucker, you telling me, bro. Bro, this shit, he cap all the fuck.
Great up off the belt.
Bro, if a bad bitch done showed
no
up
escort.
and paid $100 for a raffle ticket to go on a date with me and we about to go anywhere in America and turn up, bro. Come on, dog.
But the sister will choose any event in America, one day event in America. We will fly her out, put her in a hotel or Airbnb. Dr. Umar will pick her up. Dr. Umar will take her to the social event. Dr. Umar will take her to dinner.
This nigga tripping.
You're watching YouTube, but did you know there's a YouTube music app where you can listen to playlists based on...
Okay, maybe a nice walk out wherever we at as a brother and sister, and I take her back home. Is that acceptable to raise money for FDMG? First of all, will it raise a lot of money? Will it raise, y'all say not 100, we gotta do $50. We got HVAC. We gotta pay for the $250,000 HVAC. So how y'all wanna do this? Knock the raffles down to $50? Can't go for no 50. We gotta pay for the airplane, hotel, dinner. We gonna take her to a nice place. She get to choose. She chooses where she eat. This ain't no McDonald's, this ain't no IHOP. You feel me? We talking about, I don't know, $300 plate dinner. Okay? What do the ladies think about the date with the doctor? We're gonna do 4 of them. East Coast, West Coast, down south, Midwest. East Coast, West Coast, down south, Midwest. East Coast, West Coast, down south. Wanted to come on here right now to clarify the date with the doctor reality show. I want all my African queens to listen up. I want all my African kings to listen up. I want to clarify the date with the doctor reality show that's going to be kicking off really, really soon. The date with the doctor reality show is really...
He don't never have like it's crazy because it got the word date in it. He never have a finalized date on anything. The date of the school ain't opened up, so when is you gonna have this date with this woman? So like, and he talking about it's gonna be a reality show thing or whatever, and it's coming soon. Shout out to Spider Loke. Spider Loke said, I think it was earlier today, he was like, you know, they used to have a song back in the day, sooner, very soon, we are going.
A conversation platform. It is a conversation platform where Black women and I will exchange views and opinions on various issues affecting the world the African race and Black women in particular. It will be a platform where Black women can expose their brand, their business, and influence the culture of Black women and influence the culture for Black women. This is going to be an uplifting reality show. There will be no nonsense. It's going to be clean and it's going to be classy. I'm calling it a date with the doctor because that is going to be the ambiance. That's going to be the context. That's going to be the background. It's not a real date. Let me say this again. I am not looking for a wife. The ancestors will send them to me when the time is right. Let me say
That show never dropped. No episodes, no production updates, nothing. So where did the raffle money go? Because one woman was supposed to win, the rest just donated. This is what folks mean when they say it's hard to keep defending him. Every time you try, another story pops up that just makes you look dumb for believing. So at this point, you either think Umar is the unluckiest man alive, or you're starting to see the pattern. The frozen accounts, the 72,000 debt, the 10-year unfinished school.
Lemony Snickers, a case of unfortunate events, my nigga. Lemony Snickers.
The raffle date that turned into a ghost reality show. It's all too messy to ignore. And look, I'm not here to officially stamp him as a scammer, but I am here to say, when the story changes this much, when the numbers don't line up, when the timing is always just a little too perfect, you'd be a fool not to ask questions. He can blame the FBI, the bank, the haters, the media, whoever. But until the bills are paid, the school is open, and the promises are kept, all I see is a man playing in people's faces and the people clapping along like it's Sunday service. Look, at the end of the day, this ain't just about Umar. This is a lesson on why you can't turn off your brain just because someone talks good and hits your emotions. We've all seen folks like this. Smooth talkers will have you defending them while they dodge questions and collect checks.
Hey, y'all check out Panda Press, man. Real good content. Y'all go check them out. We're going to Poetic Flacco. More bad news for Umar Johnson. Yeah, I think this might be the last one. This might be the last one, I don't know.
Dr. Umar Johnson is in some hot water yet again.
Shout out to Poetic Flacco. This is his video.
It's really starting to heat up for Umar and it's not looking good. People also uncovered some old videos that they believe is more proof that Umar Johnson committed another scam. But before we can investigate that rabbit hole, we have to give the update on this frozen bank account situation that Umar Johnson has told us about. He did a speech in Newark, New Jersey, and during that speech, he gave an update that only landed him in more hot water because he pretty much confirmed what a lot of people has been saying in terms of the scamming allegations and what they believe the long play is. In our last video, we discussed how Umar Johnson told us that his bank accounts have been frozen, not only his personal account, but the business account that apparently had funds in there that he was using to build a school. Now, Umar Johnson has been raising money for the school for about, a decade now? So the donations will be the funds that are now frozen and he can't access it. So we thought, okay, that was sketchy, that was weird, that was funny. And then we learned about 2 days ago that right around the same time that Umar Johnson came out and told the public that, his bank accounts were frozen and he can't access the money to the school, we learned that there was a notice given to Umar Johnson that he had about 20 days to pay $72,000 in unpaid taxes, delinquent utilities, et cetera, and city fees, or else the property would be seized. So Umar Johnson conveniently told us, my bank account has been frozen. Right around the same time he received the notice.
See, if you look at the times, bro, everything is lining up. Like, he told you that the bank account was frozen before we found out about you owe money for the school. Then now they're about to sell the school. So now it's like story after story after story, bro. It's like, bro, it's a master manipulator.
That he has to pay the $72,000 or else the school would be seized. Now, a lot of people who've been around criminals their entire life, I'm not saying Umar Johnson is a criminal, I'm just saying we're traumatized. If you grew up around criminals and shiesty and trifling people, then, you put the play together. You automatically thought in your head, like I thought as well, man, Umar Johnson told us that bank account has been frozen. So when that school gets taken away, for him not paying that $72,000, he can then say the white man froze his account. Right around the same time, the white man gave him 20 days to pay the delinquent fees or have the property seized because the white man didn't want him to build this school for black boys. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Maybe I've underestimated Dr. Umar Johnson audacity, but apparently people called it out what Umar Johnson was gonna do didn't really stop Umar Johnson from doing just that, because in Newark, New Jersey, Umar Johnson told them folks that to blame the FBI is the FBI fault. He put the blame on the FBI for the bank accounts being frozen right around the same time that he needs to pay the delinquent fees for the school.
I can write a whole chapter on vandalism.
Hey, haters.
Right?
That's right.
They just got my bank account froze. I gotta find out what's going on. When they froze the school.
Damn,
They
son.
didn't tell me nothing. They said I found out yesterday, but I was too busy to call them yesterday, so I gotta call them Monday. Because if you close the account, give me the damn check, so I can open up a new account, because we got bills to pay. I don't know if it's the FBI, I don't know if it's Funky Medea, I don't know who did it. But anyway, stay focused. We must stay focused.
Bro, this man talking about it was the FBI, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what if the FBI frees your account, bro? Get what? Bro, you going to jail, bro?
Either way, they gotta give us our money back. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the thing is, I've been with that same bank since I was 14 years old. It's the only bank I've been with them since I got my working papers. And just like that, without a reason, they froze. So my lawyer said, if you don't get an answer Monday, we got to go after them because you should have got a check within 4 days of them shutting the account down. Still ain't got money. And my money is in my account, school money in the school account. See that? So we find out Monday. Y'all can listen to YouTube if y'all want. Anyway, I didn't know more about me than me. Anyway.
After a decade plus of raising money for this school, we now know what the conclusion is going to be here. The conclusion is going to be the city is going to seize the property for unpaid fees. Umar Johnson is going to say it's the white man's fault. He tried his best. He's the Pan-African. And this was a grand conspiracy, and it's not his fault that the $1.6 million in donations went to waste. Now, if you thought this was audacious by Umar Johnson, lucky for you, you haven't seen the rest of this speech, okay?
Hey, boy, they're breaking this shit down, but this shit funny. Like, this like one of the funniest, hilarious stories since whatever, dog. This shit, right? You can make a movie about it. You can make a comedy about this shit, bro. About somebody like Umar Johnson scamming the people, bro. You can make a comedy doing this shit.
Umar Johnson then continued, people, we're currently in a position right now where the school could be seized by the city any day now. We're currently in a position where Umar Johnson has been building this school for a decade now, and it hasn't opened up. But Umar Johnson sat in them folks' faces and told them that he's opening up a school in Newark as well. And that if any realtors out there have a school in mind, he has a budget of $500,000 that he wants to pay for a school in Newark, New Jersey. For people, bro.
Bruh.
The man.
First, your bank account's frozen. Now you got $500,000 cash. So which one is it? Is your bank account frozen, or do you have $500,000 to actually invest in another school when you could pay the $70-something thousand to get the city off of your tail and use the other 400 to invest in the school, bro.
Was a few minutes removed from telling him his bank account is frozen and he has no money. The school he's been trying to build for 10 years ain't open yet. But yet he's looking them folks in their eyes and letting them know that even though the school I've been trying to open up for 10 years isn't open yet, I need y'all help to find me a new school in Newark. We're gonna bring Peace to Pan African to Newark. Oh my God. This is bad, bro.
You deserve the best. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one plate.
This is bad, bro.
Now, I want to close with this. When I was school hunting in 2017, 2016, 2015, I looked at a school in Newark, New Jersey. It was being rented by a European Jew. I was going to rent the school. Our school was almost in Newark. Y'all don't know this, but you know now. And then a European Jew, no disrespect to the Jewish people, then he looked me up and found out who I was and said, we cannot rent to you. I'm saying all I have to say. The Marcus Garvey Elementary School of the FDMG Academy. As soon as it's ready, we're gonna start looking for the next school location. Are y'all following me? So for those of y'all who do real estate in New Jersey, Jersey City, my realtors in particular, I need you to find me a nice little school. I don't need no castle. That's a money drain. We don't want no damn castle. I don't want Eastside High Pastor. No! Get me a school that got about 25, no more than 25 rooms. 25 rooms. I don't need 50. I'm 25 or less. If you find a school, Dr. Umar, they got 12 classrooms. Give me. Dr. Umar, we found a little school in Newark. They got 50 classrooms. Give me. But if we can find us a nice little school, they're not charging a half mil, quarter mil, something around there, we can work with them. Y'all feel me?
You said we can work.
Because once we open up the first one, the rest of them will start popping like popcorn.
We can work with them.
They say the first one is the hardest one. And the only thing we got left to do in the first one is what? Put the tile in. And by the way,
it's always so, dog.
Who does tile or sells the tile?
It's always so.
Listen to me, Newark. It's the only thing we got left to do in the school. Put the tile on the concrete. So if there's any brothers and sisters here who lay it or know we can buy it for a reasonable price, let me know. You got my number. We ready to move now. If you call me today, Dr. Umar, I got a tile supplier and I lay tile. What you gonna charge me to cover up these 12 floors? Let's go. Once the tile done, we applying for certificate of occupancy. We done, yo. Tile and done. So find me somebody who do tile. And ladies, if you lay tile, we can have a nice little tile party. At ease. So I'm gonna close with a story.
Should we not worry about the first school that's about to be taken by the city? Should we not worry about the first school that you have apparently put millions in, or at least $1 million in, that's still not open yet, bruh? Can we worry about unfreezing the bank account before you sell these folks hopes and dreams of opening up a school in Jersey? Yo, where are you gonna get this $500,000 from to pay for that school? Because you say you're never getting a loan and you're never getting a mortgage. You said you want to pay for this school $500K in cash. You haven't paid $72,000 in unpaid fees. What's going on here, bro? This is what people are talking about when they say, bro, this man will play in y'all faces, man, and y'all will eat it up. This is insane work, bro. Insane.
I miss you too, man. Dr. Umar needs money. Dr. Umar has never asked for $1 in his life until now. What is this situation? I keep hearing people talk about it. What happened?
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account
contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of
I know
putting
tax
money
time
my
probably
food
doing
in
good.
myself
Them ladies
until my
probably
bank
giving
account
taxes
is
and money and
frozen
everything, boy.
or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UMARTHEPSYCHOLOGIST, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons, I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not even be a timeline as to when the situation is going to be resolved.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
Oh.
Let me tell you something, that.
So he said the bank doesn't have a date to when they're gonna unseal his money.
That video right there should prove to people that Dr. Umar is exactly who he's always claimed to be. Because Dr. Umar has never asked anybody for a personal dollar. People always think that when he's asking for donations, he's doing it for selfish reasons, but the school is in Delaware. Like, we can't sit here and act like that school is not in Delaware. We can't sit here and act like, you know, he hasn't shown us all the renovations he's done on the school. I think, you know...
So what's that have to do with his personal finances?
He said they froze his account.
What's that got to do with the school?
He says that he's paying all those bills through his personal account.
Well, that's not how he runs a school.
Oh, Chris, don't, you know, you're asking too many, your dad rolls kicking in. You're asking the real questions.
So maybe that's...
I believe him.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Dr. Umar just hasn't been up on his business the way he should have been all of these years.
I think that could be a...
I just don't think Dr. Umar would get out there and personally ask for money if he was using that money for personal reasons. If he was using the money he was getting for schools for personal reasons, even if his account was frozen, he wouldn't get online and expose himself like this and ask for actual money and tell everybody, hey, my accounts are frozen.
I believe him, man. I believe him.
This is just willful ignorance. They just watched a video where Umar Johnson is telling them, hey, the bank accounts got frozen. So because the bank accounts have been frozen, we're gonna fall behind on utility bills and other fees that comes with the school. Umar Johnson didn't tell people, the city was already in proceedings of taking Umar Johnson and FDMG to court to get those unpaid bills and those unpaid utilities and those unpaid taxes, and those unpaid fees. The bank accounts were frozen 2 weeks ago. Why weren't the bills paid for this school 3 months prior? Why weren't the bills paid months ago when they were due? The bank accounts just got frozen 2 weeks ago. So why weren't the bills and the utilities and the taxes paid months ago when they were due? And then you tell me that that your greatest fear is you won't be able to pay the bills, hence what, leading to the school being taken away because the account has been frozen. When you personally, voluntarily rejected the opportunity to pay the bills months ago. Listen, man, I'm not here to call Umar Johnson a scammer, right? Because that's not my place. What I can say is when it comes to money, there's always inconsistency. For example, people dug up a raffle that Umar Johnson was doing, right? Where he was charging women $100 for a date with Dr. Umar Johnson.
This is a question, brothers, you can weigh in. I'm only staying on till 3 o'clock. We got 10 minutes, it's 2:50. I got a question for the queens, brothers, you can weigh in. I'm thinking about, I was asked to go forward with the date with the doctor fundraiser for FDMG. What do you all think about a date with the doctor fundraiser for FDMG? What do y'all think about a date with the doctor FDMG fundraiser? $100. The sisters will pay a $100 raffle. Sisters will pay $100. And if they win the raffle, they get to pick a social event anywhere in the country. It could be a concert, it could be a sporting event, it could be a festival. We're gonna pick her up. I'm gonna pick her up. We're gonna pay for the hotel, pay for the flight. I'm gonna pick her up, take her to the event. We're gonna go to dinner. Then we're gonna drop her back off at the hotel or the Airbnb. I am forbidden to go inside. And she is forbidden to come with me. This is straight above the belt. It will be one-on-one, no escorts. But the sister will choose any event in America, one-day event in America. We will fly her out, put her in a hotel or Airbnb. Dr. Umar will pick her up. Dr. Umar will take her to the social event. Dr. Umar will take her to dinner. Okay, maybe a nice walk out wherever we at as a brother and sister, and I take her back home. Is that acceptable to raise money for FDMG? First of all, will it raise a lot of money? Will it raise, y'all say not 100, we gotta do $50. We got HVAC. We gotta pay for the $250,000 HVAC. Right. So how y'all wanna do this? Knock the raffles down to $50? Can't go but no 50. We gotta pay for the airplane, hotel, dinner. We gonna take her to a nice place. She get to choose. She chooses where she eat. This ain't no McDonald's. This ain't no IHOP. You feel me? We talking about, I don't know, $300 plate dinner. Okay? What do the ladies think about the date with the doctor? We gonna do 4 of them. East Coast, West Coast, down South, Midwest. East Coast, West Coast, down South, Midwest. East Coast, West Coast, down South.
I don't mean to talk down to y'all, but I have to explain like simple concepts, because some people may not understand what a raffle is. A raffle is people will send in the particular amount. So Umar Johnson said the raffle is $100. Let's say 1,000 people send in $100. Okay, 100 times 10. I don't know. I believe that's about what $10,000. So let's just say 100 people send in $100, and Umar Johnson raised $10,000. Well, only one person wins the raffle. So only one woman will go on a date with Umar Johnson. So hence, she invested only $100, and she was the winner, so she gets the date. Umar Johnson conducted this raffle, but the date never happened. And then Umar Johnson transformed it from...
So the date with...
Hey, the raffle...
So the date with Dr. Umar Johnson is now out of date.
I'm going to take y'all on the date wherever y'all want to go based on his raffle. So Umar Johnson then came back and said it's actually a reality TV show he's going to launch, and the winner of the raffle will be in the reality TV show.
So now it's a reality TV show, bro. He got a way to get that money up.
I wanted to come on here right now to clarify the date with the doctor reality show. I want all my African queens to listen up. I want all my African kings to listen up. I want to clarify the date with the doctor reality show that's going to be kicking off really, really soon. The date with the doctor reality show is really a conversation platform. It is a conversation platform where Black women and I will exchange views and opinions on various issues affecting the world, the African race, and black women in particular. It will be a platform where black women can
damn near 2 hours in, bro, and this man done said the same thing about 50
and
times.
influence the culture of black women and influence the culture for black women. This is going to be an uplifting reality show. There will be no nonsense. It's going to be clean and it's going to be classy. I'm calling it a date with the doctor because that is going to be the ambiance. That's going to be the context.
But the date with the doctor don't have a date on it.
That's going to be the background. It's not a real date. Let me say this again. I am not looking for a wife. The ancestors will send them to me when the time is right.
Damn, son.
He got taken for the raffle. But this reality TV show never came out. It never amounted to anything. Right? We never heard anything about it. So where did the raffle money go? Where did the money for the raffle go? What did the we never seen the reality TV show, and as far as we know, the dates never happened. I don't know, man. It's just things like this that you see when it comes to the inconsistency, man, that makes you say, man, bro. Like, you want to support Umar, you want to believe him, but things like this just make
want to believe him, but God damn it.
Y'all let me know in the comment section, do y'all believe that Umar Johnson is scamming?
Going back, Poetic Flacco again.
Possession of evidence of an unlawful cover-up.
Poetic Flacco again.
This Umar Johnson situation has gone from funny, comedic, to now it's teetering on criminal. If you guys is not aware of what I'm referring to the school buildings that Umar Johnson purchased. So Umar Johnson has been raising donations for about 14 years now to build a school for black boys. Now, he raised about $1.6 million. He bought the school for about $400,000. Now, there's paperwork surfacing where Umar Johnson owes the school $72,000 of unpaid utilities and property taxes, and he has 20 days to pay it, or else the city is reclaiming the property, and he's gonna lose the building. Listen, bro, call me a sellout or whatever you want to call me, man. I don't think it's hating. I think it's a fair question if someone asks, hey, bro, you raised $1.6 million. You spent $400,000 on the school. You doing repairs and stuff. But where did the other $1.2 million go? And where is it? And clearly you have to ask, where is it? Because if Umar Johnson cannot afford or pay a $72,000 debt that is going to get the school taken away, then obviously that means he don't have the money anymore. Obviously that means that Umar Johnson don't have the paper. If he does have the paper, now you're teetering on criminal behavior. If you have the paper and you're about to let the school get taken away on purpose. And if you look,
but the reason why everybody thinking there's gonna be some criminal because he just said that this on the last video he got $500,000 cash to buy a building. That's what he just said. That's what he said.
A couple of weeks ago, when Umar Johnson announces that he's in financial hardship, it feels like Umar Johnson was getting ahead of the story, and he knew that this information was going to become public one day or another. And he made this live stream in an attempt to get ahead of the story and manipulate his audience. This is just the information for the utilities owed, right? So Umar Johnson apparently owed $17,000 in water and sewer charges, about $1,800 in exterior improvement charges, $100.
One thing I do notice though, like for him to have 1.6 million, like when he does his own lives or wherever he's at, if you look at the background, like I don't have nowhere near $1 million, but my setup is state of the art, dog. Like I got full studio in this bitch. Like I could do that. I could swerve this camera around. You'd be like, wow, but yeah, for him to have that much money, his background be looking real cheesy. Like you got one picture behind him, just some real cheesy like.
56 in vacant registration fees, $15,000 in civil penalties. Now this is where you really start to get concerned here, because they show the court dates and they show you there was an attorney there for the state or for the city. Umar Johnson was not present and he had no representation, right? You know, the defendant is the Marcus Garvey School and, you know, the RMG international academy, but there's no attorneys listed for them. So, like what? Like, it really appears that Umar Johnson may just be laying down, hoping and praying this school gets taken away. So now all his troubles could be, hey man, the white man took away the school. They was hating on us. They was trying to stop us.
That's what ended up happening.
But good people, we won't stop. That's what it feels like is happening. It feels like we about to get an epic IG Live rant.
So Poetic Flacco put this video out yesterday, and today he come out with a video talking about they trying to sell the school. So what Poetic Flacco is actually assuming is going to happen actually happened, bro.
This school get taken away, blaming the white men and blaming the haters. This is where I say it's starting to feel criminal, and it's starting to feel like something nefarious is going on here. If you guys remember, 2 weeks ago,
and if you don't be careful, bro, you gonna fuck around and be like Dr. Polite or Polite or whatever.
Umar Johnson hopped on live. By the way, that's the same time that the note got posted on FDMG that he got 20 days to pay this bill or else they will start the process of taking away that school. And right at the same time, Umar Johnson hopped on live and says that the haters have tried to hack into his account and it caused the bank to freeze his account and not give him access to it until pending their investigation. He claims he can't access his money and he needs people to donate to him so he could, have personal money for himself as he deals with trying to regain access to his personal bank account and the FDMG bank account. Now, obviously, man, if you've been around con men and criminals all your life, homie, if you got a crafty and untrustworthy cousin, we know, most of us, bro, all right, if you come from a certain environment, you've been around con artists your entire life, bro, you understand how they set up plays 5 steps ahead. Obviously, this would appear, I don't got any credible evidence, but this would appear to be a built-in excuse. This would appear to be, hey, the haters got my account frozen. I couldn't access any of the money. I got the 20-day notice. The bank took more than 20 days to give me back access to my account. I couldn't pay the debt and the school got taken away. Oh, the devil is working. Come on. I hope, man, you don't have the money to pay this and you ran out of all the money. Because if you still sitting on a couple $100,000 or 1.2 million, God forbid you sitting on 1.2 million and didn't pay the 7,000 and you think you about to run off with the 1.2 million. They gonna put you in jail, bro.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my
Bro, so they gonna put you in jail, bro. Bro, so they gonna put you in jail, bro.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple of dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I hadn't done so since I left for South Africa back in July 10th. Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account, as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access into my personal account and the FDMG account.
And he got up there on stage in Jersey and said, I don't know who tried to get into it. I don't know if the FBI, intelligence, and you don't know if it was what the lady called her, Medea or whatever the hell he called the lady. Yeah.
Any donations to FDMG? Let's get it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. If you have sent a check or money order donation to FPMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up.
Today is August 10th, and Umar Johnson is still saying the bank is still investigating. If this is smelling like how we all think it's smelling, man, if this is smelling like Umar Johnson is about to get the school taken away, this is going to be one of the most damaging rise and falls I think we've ever witnessed in real time. This will be terrible for Umar Johnson. And it will be terrible because we watch in real time Umar Johnson causing upon himself. And this is not going to be a situation, I think Umar Johnson thinks, man, these struggle streaming YouTubians, they don't got the clout to take me down. No, this situation is actually extending far beyond, the local, like bums. Because trust me, right? There are people who have made their entire personality and life hate on Umar Johnson since like 2014. Those people are still probably getting about 5 or 10 views. This situation has extended beyond like the crowd of the remedial bums. It's now has transitioned into, I guess, the moderates or the people who really got no vendetta against this man. Right? It has extended into that category now. And now those people is talking about this, like myself and others. It is even extended past people like myself, who I still consider myself a small YouTuber or a bum as well. But it has now transitioned into the category of people like Black TV, where now Black TV is calling you a scammer and Black TV is highlighting this situation. And we're all waiting for this bank investigation to be over with. And we're also waiting for the status of the school. Because just understand, you're not going to be able to come back and say, the haters got my account frozen right when the white man, we got the play. I don't even think he'll go with the hater play. He'll blame the white man completely. The white man froze my account.
So that's crazy.
The week they took me to court.
When he tried to, but he said they stole a letter off the front door of the school and he didn't get the information and they gave it to the YouTubers and they was YouTubing on it, and bro, it just shit sound like a never-ending story, bro. Like, bro, it's like if you gonna do some shit for some people, bro, you gonna try to do something right for somebody, bro. Just do the right fucking thing, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. Just do the right fucking thing, bro. You get the money, you take a small portion of the money to run like your life or whatever. Like if you're working and doing this shit. They give you 100,000. I keep saying, you take 70, give it to whoever, whatever you trying to do with it. Take 30 and live, because you got to have a certain portion to, self-suffice. But it's like this man spending all his money on oxtails and cabbage and rice
They
and
gave
shit.
me
I
20
don't
days
know.
to pay $72,000. That's nothing, people. We got to $72,000. But they froze access to my account. Peace to Pan-African people. The white King Kong conscience, my people. The white man froze access to my account. The same week they gave me 20 days to pay the debt. And they prolonged the investigation to give me back my account past the 20 days deadline, people. Past the 20-day deadline, people. Past the 20-day deadline, people. And they took my school right from me. They don't want to see the Prince of Pan-African King Kong consciousness save these black boys.
Well, someone that we both had on our show at some point, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yes.
Who still has not built the school, by the way. When I did my first interview with him, which was like, 12 years ago? Hold on, let me look at how old. Let me see. Let's see when I did the Umar interview. Let's sort by reverse date. 2016. 9 years ago, I did the interview, and he said the school's coming soon. Now, you're actually trying to own your own school or buy your own school? Like, explain that to me.
The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is a school that I conceived of a very long time ago, but began to actually put teeth into the creation of that school a couple of years ago.
And then it's like, oh, we got the school. Oh no, someone broke in and they stole all the books. So now it's pushed back again.
While I was on the live, the children had snuck into the school, which means they knew the door was unlocked.
And more recently now, he made a video saying someone hacked into his bank account. Did you see that?
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary.
You're not going to stop anything with the brakes that you got. Yep. But on carparts.com,
as necessary.
Someone, listen, I've had a bank account, for whatever, 40 years, in various banks from Wells Fargo to Chase to, whoever else. You go down to the bank, if there's a problem, they fix whatever it needs to be fixed. Or you call the 1-800 number, you ask to speak to a person.
Fraudulent transactions, if there was some transactions that seemed suspect and it wasn't you, then this could be verified and cleared up.
Exactly. I've never had a problem. In fact, when I get fraudulent charges, they usually send it to me right away, and those charges don't go through. But the fact that he now has no money, I just feel he's just leaning into this. It's like, okay, y'all gonna say that I'm shiesty? Okay, I'll just go full shiesty.
Who's shiesty? Who's shiesty?
I'm
Damn.
Niggas
laughing like, bro, niggas laughing like this shit is a movie, dog. This shit is crazy, bro.
Yo, shout out to Vlad, man. I would just go full shot. Oh, man.
Full shiesty mode.
I would just go full shiesty is crazy, man.
Wild work, bro. Wild work.
Yo, hey, man, yo, Umar, man. Yo, Umar, bro. You going to jail, man.
Damn.
Bro, they finna put you where they put Diddy out, man. Yo, bro, you finna do 100 years. Yo, you took Bro, you took $1 billion for those folks, man. You took 1.2 mil. Man, you finna be, man, listen, man, they finna put you where they put Diddy at, homie. Yo, I used to be one of those people, man, who says, man, is incompetent. Man, it's incompetence, man. But if you guys remember the Lord Jamar interview, okay? People tried to give Umar Johnson a way out. People like myself said, yo, Umar Johnson bought schools that were faulty. He bought schools that needed a lot of fixing up. And he just don't have enough money to fix the school up. Umar Johnson told us we don't know what we're talking about. And the school is state of the art, right? And he bought multiple buildings. And he got an offer sitting on his desk right now for $1 million for the school.
Happy. Because we were only looking to get one school, brother and sister. We ended up with two. And to all those coons and trolls who say the buildings are trash, do you realize the 4 buildings we got are state-of-the-art modern schools? They are not old schools like the ones we went to. They are modern. That campus was renovated at a cost of $13 million in 2011, 9 years ago. And the only reason why we have to renovate is because the building was not secured by the previous owner, which allowed people to get in and do what? Strip the electric.
I was about to say, steal the copper.
strip the HVAC system. Whenever you and Rod Dig are ready, only you two and your other brother, Godfrey, y'all can drive on down and I will give you a tour. And when you walk through them schools, you tell me if those buildings is trash. First of all, the buildings are in excellent shape. Excellent shape. We just got an offer for one of the buildings over more than $1 million. That sound like trash to you?
That's why this story don't make sense, and him losing the school for over 72K don't make sense. Because, bro, you could at least sell the school, right? I guess, or at least if you want to go into this like narrative, hey yo, the white man took it away from me. But if you had $1 million offer for the school back in 2021, and you've done a lot more renovations to the school, as you say, you done fixed it up a lot, then shouldn't you have like the same offer, if not more, in 2025? And if you could sell the school for $1 million in profit, 600,000 in what, 4 or 5 years of owning the school, that would be like a great real estate deal. And you can find another school. But losing it for 72,000 or getting to the point where you have 20 days to pay it, or else they're starting the process to claim it, is kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. And it doesn't make sense whatsoever. But because Umar Johnson has said this, people like myself, I can no longer offer him the bill out of, hey man, he bought the school for this. The school needed a lot of fixing. He didn't have enough money to fix it up. I don't have that excuse no more, because according to Umar Johnson, the school is state of the art. Now, this is where Umar Johnson becomes really unhinged. Lord Jamar began to tell Umar Johnson that he has a father-in-law who built a school himself. He built the school up from scratch, okay? He has a functioning school right now that's doing really well and prospering. That father-in-law told Lord Jamar, I would mentor Umar Johnson. I would give him the steps on how to get funded outside of donations, on how to build up the school, on what steps he could take. I could solve all of his problems or help him work through problems that he's having as somebody who may be incompetent or trying to start the
overnight.
So the incompetent excuse no longer works, because Umar Johnson looked Lord Jamar in his eyes and told him, I don't need no help.
Damn.
Oh, help. I don't need help. I need donations. So at that point, it's like, bro, so now you can't use the excuse of, man, he just incompetent. No, he said he has school owners, he has teachers, he has educators in his corner, in his phone log, who's been walking through it and giving him expert advice, and he don't need nobody's help in regards to the school.
Okay, here's where I share a little story, brother Umar. So it just so happens that my wife's family has a lot of educators in it. Her sister is a principal of the school right now. Her mother was a teacher, and her father was and is the principal, who actually ended up making his own school in East New York, Brooklyn. It's called the Trey Whitfield School. You can look it up. So he's been doing this since like 1983. And how he started was, he started small. He started with 3 portable trailers that were behind like a church. Nobody was doing anything with them. And he went to the church because he was a principal like you, and he said, I guess he got the same inspiration to start his own thing. So he talked to the people at the church. He ended up negotiating some sort of rent where he had to pay $500 a month per trailer. And he had like 280 kids. Now, he didn't have a lot of money. He didn't have a lot of donations and stuff like that. So what did he do? He said like a lot of schools and stuff, they would just throw out old desks and books and stuff like that. He'd go around to different schools and get desks. He'd go to the Board of Education and they'd give him stuff that they were getting rid of, you know what I mean? That they didn't want, books, whatever, all kinds of different supplies. So he was using his resources. He did this till about the year 2000, where he then sees like a 4-story big ass building, something pretty comparable to what, you're talking about. Actually, it might be bigger it might be like those buildings combined, the ones that people. This is in Brooklyn, in East New York, like right off Atlantic Avenue. So anyway, he gets to this building. He said he didn't have $1 for the building, but he goes to the man. He's like, yo, I want to get this building for a school. And the guy's like, yeah, well, he tells him whatever, I don't know, whatever the price was. He's like, listen, I ain't got no money, but what I do have is I got a friend who's, he's like the president of a bank or something like that, and he'll give me a loan you know, to renovate the place and all that. And if I miss whatever, any payments or something like that, then y'all will just have a free building renovated. You can take the building back and you'll get the shit renovated for free. So he ended up getting in there, and that was in the year 2000. In the year 2020, and this school now is going on. It's a black school. They don't take no government grants or nothing like that. He does fundraisers and all this. You know, he knows some people in the sports industry and all. You know, because he used to play football back in the day.
What's the name of the school?
It's called the Trey Whitfield School. Now, I talked to him. He's willing to sit down with you and you know, give you any tips or anything like that of how he did it. You know what I mean? And how he continues to do it. Because this man, and he's been on CNBC, all kind of other stuff like that. But the thing is, you know, he doesn't even have the type of notoriety that you have. You know what I mean? And yeah, this man was able to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like this man was able to just put his thing, you know, into fruition, use his resources. So maybe we're feeling like, yo, you know, money is the answer for everything. But sometimes it's our resources. How about, yo, you know, could you donate your time or something to help, instead of the money to fix something? How about y'all come in and donate your time to help build up a school or something like that? You see, it's not always about money. It's about the people that you know. It's about a lot of different things. You know, for $700,000, I feel like maybe we could have got a piece of land and just built from the ground up, and it could have been turned out cheaper. I don't know. We have to look into a lot of things, and this is a big undertaking that I feel like, you know, you might need some help with it, bro.
Well, a couple things. I want to deal with your assumption that I might need some help.
Okay.
Most of my friends are educators. Most of my elders are educators and psychologists. That is my field. So it's kind of interesting when someone who's an expert in something, and I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to the detractors who say I can help him with that. This is
I think they're talking about the real estate part of it. You're an educator, but not a real estate guy.
But we already have the real estate, so that's not even an issue.
Right, but did we choose the right real estate? Did we take the money and do the best fiduciary thing with the money?
I just told you that the schools that we got was a $13 million project 9 years ago in excellent shape. We got a steal for that campus. It was a steal. It was the best thing I could have possibly got. I have no regrets. Okay. See, that's when we start feeding into the lies. That's why you got to come see the school, my brother.
Absolutely.
And see it for yourself. Because you have people telling you that the school ain't in good shape. The school is in excellent shape, which is why we're getting offers for it now. It's in excellent shape, brother. The classrooms don't even have to be touched. We just have to fix the electrical HVAC system and the plumbing system.
It doesn't just stop here. And by the way, spoiler alert, after this interview, Umar Johnson did like a 2-hour live stream going off on Lord Jamar for being a hater, even though Lord Jamar offered him help. But Umar Johnson doesn't just stop here. He then tells Lord Jamar, respectfully, whatever your father-in-law got going on, again, Lord Jamar has knew his father-in-law for years. Umar Johnson,
The man said kudos to him.
did a 10-second Google search and is telling Lord Jamar after his 10-second Google search, man, I just look at this school, man. Man, who told you I want a school like this? No, I don't want no school like that. My school will be better. My school will be the first of the first.
It's the last one.
So here is Umar Johnson explaining why his school is better and would be something that Lord Jamar's father-in-law has never done before. So hence, he can't offer him any help.
So I don't need help with the real estate. We were blessed with that campus. You understand? And as far as your brother's school, I support him.
That's my father-in-law. My father-in-law.
I just looked at the website.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to that brother.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm doing ain't that. I want to be absolutely clear. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy will be America's first school based off the principles of Pan-African nationalism and international economics. That's not what I'm doing, brother. I have a totally different concept from him. You understand? So if I
The concept could be different, but the implementation of how
But
to
I
put
need his help implementing, brother, because I'm a certified school psychologist and a certified school principal who's experienced, who got a whole cadre of educators. So y'all keep making these things. He needs to talk. No, I don't. Y'all don't know who I got.
But then why is somebody, you have all these credentials, then why is this man who we don't know was able to put his school together in a few months and it's taking you 6 years, brother?
6 years is nothing for a school. I can show you 10 charter schools where the money is coming from the state and it took them almost a decade to get open, brother. You don't open up a school in a year or two. I don't know your brother's story, and I don't care to know it. I don't care to know it.
Why not, though? If it could be helpful to you, why wouldn't you care to know it if it could be helpful to you?
Brother, I have friends who own schools. Do you understand that? I have friends who own schools. So if I need to talk to someone who owns a school, I already got that. I got what I need. The only thing missing from my equation is enough funds to complete the task. That's it. That's it. The school is not open yet because I don't have enough funds to do it that way. I'm not going to no bank.
Maybe we maybe we need fundraising, different fundraising methods. Maybe the people that we go to.
We have that in place, but what I want you to understand, it takes time to build institutions. I ain't got no problem with where we are. I'm loving where we at. We got our plans done by the engineer. We got our electrician chosen. I'm meeting with my HVAC this weekend. I got my plumber on standby, roofer did his job, carpenter lined up. We doing what we need to do on the time frame we doing it in. I don't need no help outside of the team I got, which is filled with.
All right, that's enough of that. All right, y'all, man. Y'all kicking me in the Karma Cafe. Want y'all to like, subscribe, share. You know, hey, every day is like you know, the layers are peeling back. So we're gonna figure this out, man. Hopefully by Friday they release the funds so he could pay the thing to save the school. I hope he be able to save the school and they don't sell it or whatever, because you know it looked like he trying to do something positive, but you know, if the school gets sold, it'll tell us all we need to know. But like I said, y'all can get me in the Karma Cafe. Like, subscribe, share, hit notification. Peace. One.